All right, I'm about to make a bold statement. I believe that 99% or more of online businesses using funnels and paid ads are going to fail in 2025. I know it's a pretty bold statement, but I wanted to share with you from doing this now for over 15 plus years. I've seen just about everything, and funnels work, but the problem is the paid traffic side. And this is what a lot of people don't talk about. So what I'm going to do is pull up a chair here, and I am going to literally explain to you what I would do, and actually what I am doing in 2025 using a funnel, but also what I'm doing instead of paid traffic. That is the one thing I think that is left out. We hear people talk about funnels. Russell Brunson has made funnels this massive thing for people, online business people, and they understand it. Now, a funnel is nothing new. Even years ago, there's always been a funnel. People have had salespeople that they run them through like this whole process. That's basically what it is. It's just now Russell Brunson, who's a brilliant marketer, turned it into something where everyone can understand it, and everyone's using this term now, right? This terminology. And it is easier to understand, right? You have, a client or a potential client that comes in, you offer them something either for free or for paid, and then from there, they see something of value that they can buy, and then you have a bump or an upsell or a downsell, and that's all the different inner workings within the funnel. And it works. But here's the big issue. Most new online businesses that are presented the online funnel to build, they're kind of sold the dream of just build a funnel, and once you get that thing to convert, you're going to be set. You're going to make $1 million, $2 million, $10 million, all from that funnel. And there's just so much more to that. And again, I have been doing this for a long time, and I did build successful funnels in the past, but I will tell you this, I've played in the organic side and I've played in the paid traffic side. And if you're brand spanking new and you're like organic, that just basically means free. All right. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about what I am doing right now, but also what I would advise anyone that is coming into this space that wants to build their online business, whether that's selling courses, whether that's selling coaching. You still need a way to get traffic into a funnel, and then from there, convert them profitably. That's the key word there, profitably. Because the one thing that it really bothers me, is that people are talking about their funnels, and they're talking about that it made $1 million, but they're not talking about how much they spent on ads to get to $1 million. Some of these people are losing money to make $1 million. It's true. Okay? And so my whole goal here is to just, again, kind of brain dump a little bit for you so you can understand the reality of it. And if you want to go down that path, that's fine, but just also know that that path is going to be hard, really hard. And people think that if you just get paid ads to work, you're golden. It's way different than that. All right. And I'll tell you what I mean here in a second. So when I first started really getting into the whole funnel world, that was probably around 10 or 11 years ago. And we did do 1.7 million, I believe, was my best year. Something like that. It was a little under 2 million. And a lot of that was done through organic. And I kind of got spoiled because I had a podcast at the time called The Amazing Seller. And if you guys are watching this, by the way, and you were a listener of that podcast, let me know that in the comments. I'd be curious to know if you're a listener of The Amazing Seller. It's where I helped people with Amazon businesses or growing an Amazon business and brand. So I was able to get a lot of traction free. And I was filling webinars every single Tuesday with 500 to 1,000 people every single week, like clockwork, for free. Well, then what happened is competition started coming in, and other people were teaching what I was teaching. And now all of a sudden we took that same traffic and we kind of dispersed it. And then I started to get a little bit less of it. And then I started thinking, okay, we got to scale this thing a little bit. So we got to use paid traffic. Sounds easy. Everyone talks about, paid traffic. All you got to do is figure out, a converting ad, and then everything else is great. And so I went down that road, and I will be 100% honest with you. I don't think we ever got a funnel, just the main funnel, to be 100% profitable after we scaled past like $200 a day in ads. Once you get past, like you can get a campaign profitable at $100 a day. You can do that. All right. It's that you can do. It's when you want to scale that. And the reason why is because what Facebook is doing, a lot like YouTube, is once you start to reach that audience, it tries to find other audiences. And so when you're trying to find these other random audiences, it's doing a lot of testing. Same thing with YouTube. YouTube, which I'm a big fan of, and I'm going to share the YouTube strategy here a little bit later. But what you're doing here is you're reaching these colder audiences, and they're testing. And when you're on YouTube, it's free. They're just testing, free audiences, basically, because you're not paying for it, unless you are running YouTube paid ads, which we're not. Facebook is the same thing. Facebook is going to spend your $100 on the best audience that it knows of, and it might convert really well. And then you're going to go, okay, cool, this is working, great. Now let's go ahead and let's make it $200. Now it's going to start testing that. Your conversion rate might go down a little bit, and you're like, okay, it's still okay. We're almost profitable, or maybe we're just profitable. And then you're like, let's go to $300 a day. Then you go to $300 a day, and then all of a sudden it drops even more because it's trying these colder audiences. They don't know who you are. You're showing up in their feed. So now what's it come down to? We got to come up with better hooks. We got to come up with better creative, better ads. What's going to stop the scroll? Like all of those things we have to start thinking about. And here's the other side of that coin. Let's say that you do get one that's converting and you're spending $500 a day. Well, then guess what happens? That ad, it starts to fatigue. They call that fatiguing in the ads world, where it just starts to become kind of known to everyone because everyone's being shown that ad again because it's running out of audience. And so then they're starting to see it more than once, and it starts to be less effective. So then what do you have to do? You have to go and start creating fresh creative. So every week we'd have to give our ads person new creative every week. So we're creating brand new content for them to publish on a regular basis. And if you are watching this right now and you are either in that or you've been there, let me know that in the comments if you've been on the ads creative hamster wheel. I know I have. And it sucks because I'm creating this content that isn't going to serve a purpose other than that ad. What I like about YouTube is once I put the video up, it can serve a purpose for a year from now, 5 years from now. And it didn't cost me anything other than the same time that I would have for creative. But here's the real big thing to take away from this. And I'm also going to share with you like how you can, the same amount of work, but you're going to get way more from that asset that you're creating. And you're not going to have to spend money, just a little bit of time. So basically, once you get to that place, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, like how are we going to get this thing to convert? And a lot of times you're getting people to convert maybe on your low ticket priced item. It might be like $10. They call that a tripwire in the marketing world. But what you're going to do is you're going to then have to say, okay, we were break even. How do I now in the next 30 days, how do I sell them something else? So now you're kind of on this timeline of like, all right, we just spent this money. I want to recoup that money in the next 30 days. How do I do that? I got to come up with either a new product or I got to sell them something that I already have. But now I got to build up that follow-up. So now we're constantly trying to get them to buy something because we just broke even on the ads. Why do we just want to break even on the ads if we're not making money on the back end? So if you are an online business or a coach or a course creator or anything, and you haven't been down that road, that's the road ahead unless you take the organic approach. So I started organically, went to paid ads, and then I killed off the paid ads after about 2 years, after spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on Facebook ads. And I said, you know what? I'm not going to do that anymore. Because I went back to organic, the main reason is because I'm not dealing with a cold prospect anymore. When someone is coming to a video and they're watching even 3 minutes, 5 minutes of that video, they start to know you. And then when you put something in there, a lead magnet, that they could download, a free resource, they're more apt to do it, or they might not do it on this video, they might do it on another video. So I'll give you a perfect example of how this works. So right now, we have another channel, Live Video School, that I started with my son, Scotty, and we're helping YouTube, small YouTube channels, and we're helping them build traffic to do exactly what I'm sharing with you here today, to build an organic pipeline of traffic, of people that are warmed up already. If you would like a copy of a roadmap that we put together, we call it the 100K YouTube Creators Roadmap. If you'd like a copy of that, just put 100K in the comments. And what will happen is I will see that, I will reply to you with a link to a landing page, and then you will put in your email address, and then you will be delivered that, that free resource, that 100K roadmap, which actually shows you what we call our ARM method. It's the attention, relationship, and then money. And we kind of go through that entire process. It's 18 pages, and I put it all together of what I've learned over the last 15 plus years. If you'd like a copy of that, just put 100K in the comments. But you see what I just did there? That's what I'm talking about. You could do the same thing in your business. And every video that you do that with, you now have a video that's going to be working for you for free forever. So like right now, and it ranges, we're averaging about 80 to 150 emails every single day from not this YouTube channel, the other YouTube channel, Live Video School, and we are getting them for free. Now, if you're paying for those leads, they are going to cost you anywhere between $5 on the low end up to, it could be $15 a lead. It's a lot of money. So let's say $5, 50. That's $250 a day you'd be paying for those. And here's the kicker. Actually, it's the good news. These people are warmed up already. They know you already. They like you already. They might not 100% know, like, and trust you yet, but it's darn close. Because what happens is once someone watches this video, they're either going to go to your next video or they're going to go through your library of videos and see if there's something else that they might have a problem with or a question about, and then you might have a video that answers that. And then you start to build that relationship. That's why we call it the ARM method. It's the attention. We get the attention, just like this video, and then we build a relationship by talking about something that we can help them with. And you can also hear my personality. You can hear my tonality. You can go, I don't really like this guy. He sounds like he's from New York. I'm actually right now in South Carolina. I've been here for 9 years, but I'm originally from New York. And people are like, yeah, I could tell you're from New York. You're a fast talker. But you get what I'm saying. You understand who that person is by getting on camera and understanding if you know, like, and trust them. And you build that over time. And then we build an email list like we've been doing for years. And if you're a course creator or an online coach or you're building funnels, it's all about building the email list. I mean, come on. Okay? So that is what I wanted to share with you today, that if you are not taking advantage of building your own organic pipeline for free leads coming in that are going to be better, that are going to be warmed up already, you're going to get less people that are mad at you. Have you ever ran an ad and people in the comments are just like, you're just like all the other marketers out there. You're just going to sell me something. It's like, yeah, eventually, but I'm going to try to deliver some value here. But it's pretty rough if you're doing paid ads because it goes to colder audiences. They don't know who you are. With YouTube, yeah, it goes to these colder audiences, but they're getting something for free right off the bat by watching your video. So if you're not already doing it, I would definitely recommend that you do that. All right. Now, if you want a full breakdown of that ARM method, the 100K YouTube Creators Roadmap, I'll go ahead. I'll link that up in the description, and I'll also pop up a video I did right here with my son in the car talking about how to get to $100,000 using YouTube and getting those leads. Watch that video next, and I'll see you there.